welcome all today who are here, 16 participants, including me. A very welcome to Coffee with KJ series number 2. Why Coffee with KJ and why KJ? People start calling me nowadays KJ, and we had a lot of selfies. One of the training session, we all had coffee in hand and we took picture and everyone posted as KJ, Coffee with KJ. So it's a new brand. Khurram, I think you need to add that in your branding slide. So whenever you do the next workshops, Coffee with KJ is another brand now. My full name is Khalid Rashid Hamad Jalal. The school age, I was called Khalid Rashid. And I was very famous with Khalid Rashid throughout till I graduated. I got into a job, and Bahrain culture, they always call you with the first name and the last name. So I become Khalid Jalal from Khalid Rashid, and that was the biggest change in my life, because all my school friends or those who know me before my job, whenever they wanted to call me and ask for me, they say, we are looking for Khalid Rashid, and my company operator says, sorry, we don't have anyone with that name. Imagine, I tell them I work for this company, and the operator tells them, we don't have anyone with this name. So with the time, everyone came to know that how you have to understand. If they say Khalid Rashid is not there, you have to call them Khalid Jalal. Very good. Then I got some new members in the company. So I changed my jobs from one job to another job. And they always write minutes of the meeting. They were very good in that. And they started using the short forms, and they just call it KJ. I thought it's only going to be limited to the paper. When they read it, Khalid Jalal means KJ to save some time. But that becomes part of my brand, KJ. And as we all know that I love coffee, so we always used to meet and have coffee together with our friends. And then this title came up, Coffee with KJ, and we started that internally as a friend circle. And now I thought, why not use this as a brand and come with this series, Coffee with KJ? Not with Karan Johar. Don't compare me with him. There's two differences between me and him. He is very rich, and I don't know how many zeros bank account. And I know how many zeros are in my bank account because only zeros. So let's start our session today. The whole idea of this series is to bring in the leaders who have achieved what they have achieved in their role when they were performing the role. Our last series was Coffee with KJ, with all the past club growth directors. We heard from them what challenges they have gone through, what they have achieved, how they have managed and been successful. And now we thought bring in the bigger leaders who have made the district so proud when they were the district directors. And also it gave me the chance to learn from all of you, to be honest, in public, so that you will answer all my questions as well. Because usually we know one discussions, or anytime, oh no, it is like this, you can just go and find out something, read out something. Now today, I have all the questions. I'll throw all the questions to the leaders, and I'm sure they will be giving the full answer, so we all benefit from their experience. Are you all ready? Thumbs up. Virtual thumbs up. Yes, 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 yes. Great. So let's begin. As I call the names I introduce, I request our moderator to spotlight them so that we have them on the screen all the time. Moderator, let's spotlight DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali, past international director. Is he spotlighted? Yes. Here comes DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali, our past international director, the pride of District 20 and Toastmasters International globally as well. To introduce him, those who don't know, he is a lecturer in Bahrain Polytechnic, and he is the industry program manager. He's certified parliamentarian by the National Associations of Parliamentarians, and he has served as a district director of the largest district in the world till date. That time, that was the largest district, comprised of 7 countries in the Middle East, including 367 clubs and 88 areas. When I came to know 367 clubs and I looked at my dashboard of this term, I was just thinking, where where he was at the time. And in the current District 20 structure, he served as a Toastmaster, the first Bahraini Toastmaster, and we're proud about that, as the International Director and the Region Advisor. We welcome you, DTM Alisha Bazali, to be with us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Didi.
I request our moderator to spotlight DTM Khurram Salman.
Moderator was in van. He spotlighted.
Alar spotlighted Didi.
Spotlight. DTM Khurram Salman. People go to nursery, and he went to Toastmasters at the age of 9.
Fair.
Those days, that was nursery. I think there was no nursery at those days. Maybe, but yes, at the age of 9, he was asked to join Toastmaster, not because he wanted to join Toastmaster, because his brother was going to Toastmaster, the Gavels Club, and his mom said, why you are not with your brother? So go and join your brother. And he joined Toastmaster, or got associated with Toastmaster since age of 9. He chartered the Best Club. He's the founder of the Best Club. He's a TEDx speaker, and we're so proud of that. And as a district director, Khurram Salman led the District 20 to the top 10 districts in the world as Smiley Distinguished District. And nowadays, he is a visual artist, and we have seen a lot of his visual work. Thank you very much, DTM Khurram Salman, joining us today.
You pleasure being here.
Next, we have asked someone to join us from our neighboring country, Dubai. DTM Deepa Surendran. She joined Toastmaster in 2013, 5 years before me. She's a systems auditor, a very good prospect for me to get her for my auditors club, which I'm chartering right now. She's a systems auditor by profession and currently pursuing her PhD. She's a published author, District 105 Program Coordinator Director during the term 2022-2023, Club Growth Director during the term 2021-2022, and he led the District 127 as the District Director to Smedley and to the #1 status in the world. We're so proud of you, DTM Deepa, and we're so happy that you're part of us, part of the advisory committee of District 20 this term, and we are benefiting a lot from you, from your experience. Thank you for being here today with us.
Thank you.
DTM Yasir Kashal. I thought how I'll introduce him today. We all know he is our immediate past District 20 Director. Maybe you are aware or not aware, he is an engineer by qualification, and he is a manager as a supply chain for a large industry in Bahrain, is Babco Energies. And as a district director, he led the District 20 to reach Select Distinguished District last term after 6 years of hard struggle by all the leaders. Welcome, DTM Yasir Kashal, to this session.
Thank you, KJ. It is our pleasure to be here with amazing leaders.
It's my honor that all of you are here today with us. So today we thought we'll have a very useful discussion, and we'll talk about your experiences as district director. How did you lead the district in terms of the vision, the strategies, the leadership which you brought in during your time, the team building, how you build the team, how you supported the team throughout the term as a district director, and how you made it successful, what challenges you have received, how you have executed different strategies and plans. I'm sure there were tough times, there were good times, there were times which you thought should never you have seen it during your term, but you have seen that maybe in terms of the ups and downs of the clubs and the memberships and other challenges, the experiences which you have encountered, and what legacy you have left behind you. So these are the things I thought I would want to discuss with all of you, and we'll go through some question answer session. And feel free if you have, this is for the audience. If you have any questions, please write it down. Towards the end, we'll have a Q&A session and we will take all your questions. Like I said, today we have the top leaders with us and they will be giving all their experience they will share with us today. So we all set? Yes. My first question will go to TTM Deepa. It's the ladies first. But this time I have changed my strategy. So I'll be asking the same question to two of my panel members. And then another one question to two of the panel members. I want to see their experiences and how they have gone through the same journey. So my first question will be for DTM Deepa and DTM Yasir, to both of you. We start our term with a vision, right? We always have a vision to do something. So what was your vision when you took over the role of district director? And how did you align that vision with the district success or district goal? Who wants to go first? DTM Deepa.
I will go. Thank you very much, District Director, and good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters and dignitaries sitting over here. See, we all start with a great vision. We want to, look up only. And when we prepared the district success plan, we aimed high. Though ours, District 127 was a very newly reformed district, and we didn't have that much of a legacy. Like, when we looked back, District 20 and then District 105, I mean, because of the COVID pre and post-COVID, I mean, we were just moving out of the pandemic. The previous 4 or 5 years, our districts didn't become distinguished even. I mean, forget Smedley, but still we kept that bar high. But one thing we had decided that we will do everything right from the very beginning, as suggested by Toastmasters International, the governing documents, and our district advisor also advised the same. So that was one decision, and then we had many challenges, especially the fee hike was at that moment from 45 to 60, and then but our team, most of our leaders were the champions of facing the chaos pandemic. We survived pandemic and post-pandemic, pandemic, whatever we can say, we have done everything. So the true champions were there in the team. So we faced, we took all those challenges as our battlefields, and we decided to endure the journey. And then, as part of doing everything right, when we started the initial July, August, the golden quarter, we say, during those time, we encouraged everybody, every area directors to encourage all the clubs to achieve a medley. And that is the time we realized our leaders, our senior members, they are not having that special liking towards the education program, the pathways education program. So we wanted young blood. So that was one reason we pushed Smedley. And then I think most of our members, clubs publicized in different ways. One of the method was like, senior members, they mentioned this may be your last opportunity because, you have to pay higher fees later. So please, at least last 2-3 months of, this time, please utilize. So they joined back. And then, but they didn't want to continue pathways or start pathway speeches, as we all know. So what we suggested, and to let you know that our district became the #1 in Smedley Achievers 7780 clubs. I think they achieved a Smedley award. I mean the membership campaign award, and we suggested them, all of them, to focus on helping those new members to deliver pathways speeches, with the senior members mentoring them or at least evaluating them. So we were asking them to balance the new and the senior Toastmasters. And then, one suggestion for all of you: our goal for each club should not just be to achieve distinguished status, but to foster uh, uh, a culture of excellence by promoting pathways. That is my strong suggestion. Work with clubs and magic happens at the club level. Whatever vision we see, that is in our mind. But if you are not ready to work with the clubs, we will not be able to map that, from the club to the district. That will be a huge gap. But we need to go down. We need, I mean, I'm not telling down, but high, as a member is at the helm of Toastmaster structure. So work with them, let all the members left and right deliver pathways speeches, especially the new members, and they will become the ambassadors of Toastmasters. That was our strategy. Thank you. Back to you, Dean.
Thank you very much. So what I take from you is it's a teamwork and planning. Teamwork and planning, because you started the plan with your district success plan, and then how you worked together to roll out the pathways, and the education program continued. Now the same question goes to our IPDD, DT, and Yasser Gashad. So Yasser, what was your vision when you took up the role, and how did you align your vision which you had with the district success?
Thank you, my brother KJ or Khalid Jalal, DTM Khalid Jalal.
2 in 1.
My vision was very simple. I was lucky, to be honest. It started from 12 years in a Toastmaster. I was with DTM Ali Shahbaz when he was taking the largest district. I was with Kharram. I was maybe for the past 4 years, started from the office. I started from the office, part of the office, 4 years back, then CGD, BQD, and until I reached the DD. So I know exactly what is the main problem of our district and how is we suffering, we don't achieve it. So I keep it as simple with you, of course, Khalid Jalal, and my the trio team, to reach a distinguished district. This is only the vision that we keep it. We don't make it very big and completed with others. So it is simple to be distinguished district. The main thing to make it distinguished, we know how's our district, the past, and with all the things and what is going right, what is going wrong. So I keep maybe the 3 main principle or operation principle. I make it, and all of you know it. I was talking a lot of them. It is the growth, empowerment, our leader, and find the talent people. So I work on these 3 with the different strategy below all these 3 operation principle, building from the past what happened, what is going right, what is going wrong, united all the team together to be in a line all together. Because I remember during May in the DTAC, I said we should work as one team, one family. I was lucky. Well, I said I am lucky on that one, and I said I am lucky because the people serve with me. Okay, maybe good selection or lucky to select them, but really they work hard. They believe in our vision. I say it every time in my speech. If you have the right people who work and believe in the vision, you will achieve whatever is the goal that you put it. And this is the main thing that my vision, and this is the operation principle. I work on it. So mainly is empowerment, the leaders to be part of the same vision. The other things, give the thoughts for each one and selecting of the right people for the right position.
So
Back to you.
very well said, DTM Yasir. So first thing you mentioned is set a goal. So that's a goal or the vision you said, okay, I want to achieve a distinguished district, not beyond, because you've done your calculation and the experience which you had. And then you came with the algorithm of GET, the growth, empowerment, and getting the right talent. And empowerment is the key. Again, we're all talking about vision, planning, teamwork, and that is the key to success. Now I'll ask our other leaders, DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali and DTM Khurram, when you took the role as district director, of course, there are a lot of priorities you might have had in your time. It's okay, these are the priorities, I want to work on it. So you have the priorities on one hand, and on the other side, you have the club growth and the membership growth. So how did you align your priorities with the club growth and membership engagement to achieve a successful district during your term? Who wants to go first? I'll leave it to both of you because I cannot ask someone to say no. I'll ask DTM Ali because alphabetical order. I'm safe now.
Thank you very much, District Director and our wonderful host, KJ. When I became the District Director, the district was so huge that I had 2 PQDs and 2 CGDs. And our finances were, you can imagine what the finance would look like and how hard it was for one finance manager to handle the whole district. We had one public relations manager, admin manager. And with that large district, at times, even officials used to tell me during the conventions, just on a corner chit chat, that how are you managing? You know, it was a full-time job, definitely, or even more than that to manage. But this was not done by one person, definitely the whole team. So what did I do? I personally geared up myself first. I started with myself. I thought I took a promise to myself that I won't bother with small issues. I'll keep my ego aside. You know, sometimes being a district director, the word director itself, whether area director, club president, surgeon at arms, chief surgeon at arms, contest chief judge, it does flares ego at times, no matter how much we deny. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is so humble. Nobody is Nobel Peace Prize winner, especially in today's meeting. I don't see a Nobel Peace Prize winner here. So, so what I want to say is start from yourself. That's what I started. The year before my year, we weren't distinguished. And I had one thing in my mind, we need to get somewhere because in Toastmasters, we have a measuring tool. Whatever we say, the tool is distinguished or no distinguished. So that's only where the way to find out, are we doing our work or we are not doing our work? We can say everything else, we tried our best, but results are results. So, or if it comes organically, that's the best thing. I went for very organic growth. I learned from some of my advisors that numbers don't matter. Follow your heart and do your work, and numbers will follow. And that's what happened. In the last 1 month, we were nowhere in the dashboard. We knew or we thought that we won't get anything, but we continued our work. And that large district became a distinguished district, though we lost, if I recall, around 40 plus clubs the previous term. So we didn't have concessions like how we leveled down our achievement. To get distinguished itself, it was a very big thing to do at that time. So I started from myself and then I advised the office members. Mr. Moderator.
So again, something which is common between all the three leaders, which we have heard so far, is the teamwork, and the teamwork and the planning. So let's hear now from DTM Khurram. DTM Khurram, how was your term? How did you align your priorities with the district mission of number of clubs and the engaging the members to do what they're supposed to do and getting those numbers and KPIs?
Thank you, moderator. Pleasure being here. If the other three leaders said teamwork and planning, I'm not going to come and say no. It's the same thing that comes on that part. But very interestingly, it was the numbers were, of course, of importance. And I like to do my research. If I'm putting in any part, I want to know, okay, if the districts have been successful, which districts have been successful and why have they been successful? So I particularly looked at Indian districts at the point in time because Indian and Sri Lankan districts, they were really up on the high. They were all going and they were becoming number one districts of the world. And if you look at their dashboards, I'm not sure what the situation is now, but yes, the membership growth and the club growth is good. It is what's required, but it is the distinguished clubs for them, which was all the way up in the 80s and the 90s. And that's from where I realized as well that along with these can happen, but one of the core areas that I felt at that point in time we had not focused on enough was the distinguished clubs, because that DTM Deepa mentioned earlier as well, magic happens at the club level. If all the clubs are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then all the area directors do what they're supposed to be doing, which is adding at least one club, division directors do what they're supposed to do is making sure everything else stays together and we get a net growth as well, you'll see that everything just aligns perfectly towards the district. And I would say that I was blessed throughout that year as well. It was pre-pandemic. The energy was high. I was high on energy at the point in time, pumping it down towards all the clubs as well. So it's a lot of coffees later and a lot of discussions later. It just so happened, but I remember exactly. But I do remember that one of our main focus, which I do credit for our success, was that along with the membership and the club growth, it was the distinguished clubs that we really focused on. That's it. I would
So
like to
coming-
mention to the previous question, sorry, Kushal, is that I will paste the link in the chat just now. I just need to find that video, but you were asking how did we communicate our vision or what was our vision? And because there's a YouTube video that is up there that I was communicating my vision for, so I'll just share it in the chat for you to look at later.
That'll be great. So audience, please copy the link. Don't start watching it right now because you have so many other questions to be asked from our leaders. Now, so far again, we talked about teamwork, planning, and magic happens at the club level. And DTM Khurram, you just mentioned about the area directors, the areas and divisions. So let me take the question. My next question, which is on the learning and the team building, is from the area and division director. So let me start with you on that question. And also I'll ask the same question to DTM Deepa. Both of you can answer from your experiences. Every term we have area directors, we have division directors. So how did you, during your term as district director, how did you empower your area and division directors so that they can take the ownership of their roles and perform the roles with good results?
One of the main things that I've seen that has been the cause recently of us not doing that well is that there's a distinction between the district office and then the district excom and then the district council. These three categories per se, as you will. One of the main focuses that we had during my term is to make sure that that distinction is as less as possible. Yes, if the district becomes medley or distinguished, it's the district tribe that might get to travel. But the vision that we have to set is not just my vision. And I was very, very clear about that, is that we wanted to be one of the top districts in the world from the very get-go. That was something we wanted to do. And how we would do that, we communicated that well. But the aspect of making sure that it is our vision and it is everything, that it's not just me who wants to do that, that aspect of having a vision and then getting everybody's buy-in to be able to get there, was a very, very key factor. And a very good example of this came about somewhere around May, when in my term, May 2019, where when I was of the opinion that, we've gotten distinguished, select, we're on our way maybe to become president distinguished as well. But it was one of the area directors who actually reminded me is that, wasn't it your vision that we have to become top? So doesn't that mean Smedley? So we want to be able to work with that. And that for me was a very critical moment, because I took a step back and I was like, boy, this is it's their vision now. It's not just mine or my team's, it's their vision. And we were able to accomplish that well as well. So it's that aspect of creating that team, having the right intentions, and making sure that it's not just talk, where you're not just, because you're servant leaders, you're at the bottom of that chain, you're not at the top, right? And that distinction sometimes we don't get right. So I knew that as the district leader, it doesn't, start with me from the top. It starts with me from the bottom up. So if I'm doing my part well, I'm able to get everybody on board for the vision that we have collectively. We should be able to achieve it, and we did. Alhamdulillah.
So it becomes every individual's vision during the term, and everybody works towards that vision. And that's where the area director come back to you and say, look, this is our vision now. Of course, you gave it to us, now it's our vision, and then we all need to work together and make it successful. So again, that brings the teamwork and teamwork and the teamwork. And the reminder, like our IPDD used to use the word nagging, to nag on the vision all the time that this is what we want to achieve, and let's all work together and achieve it. So nagging is very important. Didi and Deepa, how did you do that magic with your area and division directors so that they own the role they are performing?
Thank you for this question. We all know that in non-profit organizations, motivating leaders towards a common goal is not that easy unless they have personally investing into that goal, as Ditam Guran just mentioned. When they are passionate about it, they will dedicate their heart and soul into it. People often say, your passion, I mean, if your passion is your profession, then we won't feel tired at all. So this same technique, what is that, theory is applicable in Toastmasters also. And what we did in the initial, after the district leader training, once we explained everything to area directors and division directors, that what are the achievements, what are the benefits they are going to get, especially for area directors term. They are getting, if it is a VP membership, then we are learning to close a sale. But in as an area director, we are learning to start startups. I started two startups when I was an area director. It was a life transformation thing during that one term as an area director. If you remember, PID Ali, I was your area director, and and that was it. I mean, I enjoyed that term. So I explained all these things. I mean, the benefits to area directors, and then during our discussions, I mentioned your goal is our responsibility. So whatever you want to become, inform us, and we will help you achieve it. That was our strategy. We didn't have a vision shared with them, though we had a dream, like become distinguished or Smedley and whatever. And slowly and steadily, they bought our strategy, and then they started working towards empowering. I mean, our vision was to empower all the clubs achieving excellence. Every club conducts 24 meetings. I mean, because in our district, all clubs meet twice in a month. So 24 meetings. So if we get all the clubs do that without missing a single meeting, that was our aim. So we wanted area director and the team to slog for that, attend all the club meetings in their area, and we were pushing and we encourage like anything. Even district district trio, we attended almost all the meetings, all the club meetings during that 1 year, because we wanted the impacts of the pandemic to go away. So we took that burden in our shoulders, and we helped all the clubs to conduct meetings, and we got the results. Because the area directors and division directors, they they felt our intention is genuine. They believed that we want our members and clubs to achieve excellence and nothing for us as the district. So finally, April 19th, we became Smedley, the first district becoming Smedley in that particular year. So it, hard work actually, or smart work actually, gives us the results. It was a common ownership. We didn't have district director or area director or even club president. We didn't have any distinction. Everybody worked to help the members achieve their dreams, achieve excellence. Thank you
So
very much.
it's working with the members, tell the members that you are important, because of you, we exist. And this is the first statement I heard when I was called for the first demo meeting. And I remember Dityam Khuram Salman was the district director and he was giving his address. And he said, we keep the member at the top. Now I thought this is just a marketing talk. But when I joined Toastmaster, I really believe that is what happens. Because with the members, we have the club. If the club is not there, there's no area directors, no division directors, and will not be the district directors or wouldn't have been to these positions altogether.
And to add to that, Didi, one more sentence.
Yes.
If a member delivers a speech, district is actually benefiting.
Definitely. It's a chain, right? I mean, if the member gets the advantage, that's why we work hard on the member, that member develops. The member develops is through the pathways projects. If members start developing themselves, we get the pathway projects completed, and that go to the club, and then it go up, right? Now I have my very simple thought, but it's very deep maybe. We always talk about leadership in Toastmaster as a servant leadership. So my question is to DTM Ali and our IPDD, DTM Yasir. When we talk about the servant leadership, so from your experience, from your servant leadership experience, does it make a major impact or does it bring a major difference in the district's journey for its success? DTM Ali, you want to go ahead?
Yes, sure. I think I'll give more time for Yasser to think. And that's a good example of servant leadership. You go first.
I'm going alphabetical order.
Okay. The thing is, members and friends, servant leadership is that essence we talk about in Toastmasters. Definitely it helps. Since I believe you use the word story or experience. I was once called as a parliamentarian in one of the districts. Of course, which district is not important. One of the districts across the world. I was sitting in the XCOM meeting, and the region advisor was also sitting next to me of that area, that region. And there was a point where the district director just bursted. He was full blown on the district XCOM saying that, why aren't you doing your job? We need to be distinguished this year. No excuses. And the region advisor was sitting next to me, just shook like this out of shock. And I calmed her down. I said, just relax, it's okay. During the break, I told the district director, your district will not be distinguished anymore. He said, why you are saying this? I said, what you did today was definitely not like a servant leader or like a leader who would be a good role model for them. He challenged me, no, it would be distinguished. And here we were in July. I waited till the midnight, June 30, nothing happened. We had a call on the first day of July, and he started crying on the phone. And he said, you were right. So I said, it's okay. We all are learning here. We all have our moments. But till we don't We are in an organization where we don't pay salaries. Our salary, which we receive, is the love, the respect, the trust among all of us. We may disagree with many things, uh, several things, but as far as our debates are respectful, that's our currency. And once we lose this currency of respect for each other, such districts, such clubs, area division don't survive for long. We can make those fake numbers, but it will collapse sooner or later. Servant leadership is that one essence which is holding all of us to appreciate, to be grateful to each other. Mr. Moderator?
Thank you very much. You rightly said servant leadership and giving respect to the members, giving respect for everyone who's doing a job because you are not paid. We are here as voluntary service and we are here to learn, not to be insulted or disrespected. So respect is a part of the core values and that's very important. TTM Yasser, I thought you got enough time to think as our PID said.
Yes, and see, even I cannot talk before DTM Ali Shahbaz. He's my mentor, and
I
whatever
knew
is
it,
there.
that's why I asked him to go before you.
Yes, yeah. See, as you mentioned, okay, we're talking about servant leaders. If you see all our vision, everyone or the district director, finally is to achieve the excellence or to be a distinguished. And I mentioned it maybe after we get distinguished, the core value of Toastmaster. It is the sequence of them. It is not just like this. It is by purpose, and there is things behind it. So if you start from integrity, which is the main thing for anything, respect and service. So if you want to achieve the excellence, you should have the integrity. You should respect the other. If you respect them, you can serve. If you serve them, definitely you will achieve the excellence. So this is the main things as a district director, you should believe on that one. You cannot achieve excellence if you are not serving the people, if you are not respecting the people. Of course, integrity, it is the main thing. So this is the main thing that we work on it. Everyone of us as a district directors who serve as a district director, or even any role, if we don't have all these things, we will not achieve, even in our life. These, the main core value, must be believe on it, so you will achieve your excellence. The other thing, it is just divide the job. If the people believe on that one, you can serve them. There is, as we mentioned in Toastmaster, the member is the highest people. So the district directors is the one who serve all, who serve the trio, who serve the division director, then who serve the area director, and to serve the member. So if we work on that one, it is not the opposite way. If the leader, if he in this position serve the other, because his job is not as the boss, it is a leadership and in non-profit organization. Because you reach to this stage, you should be the one who will serve everyone. This is what I believe on it, and we achieve it because of this, because we serve the others. Member.
We are a great team, of course. I was part of that. I see that journey when you work as a team, how it works and how you become successful. So from this discussion, we came to know the members first, respect and believe in the core values which Toastmaster has for us, and not only recite them during club meetings, but implement them and live those core values to be a good leader and good individual. And that's how you become successful as a servant leader. Now let me go to this time twist the teams, but not the questions. Now this time I'll go to DTM Yasser again and DTM Khurram this time. I'll not go in that order now. we always have some sort of motivation, and we bring the members to the level that we want them to continue the work. Together, we put the plan. We bring those magics at the club level. There's a momentum which is built in. And it's very important to maintain that momentum so that everyone works with the same energy and synergy to achieve the goals and not to fail. So my question to both of you, DTM Khurram and DTM Yasir, how did you manage to maintain the momentum of that motivation that the members and the teams work with the same energy till end of the term? You want to do an alphabetical order or reverse order?
Okay, this time I also respect DTM program, but okay, this time let me go first. To be honest, yes, it is big challenge. We have it. Imagine, okay, we start with maybe 1-0 for a club in the beginning. In October, we lose 20 club. Okay, to reach distinguish.
Don't remind
It is
me.
very yes. Yes, Khalid. Anything?
I say, don't remind me. I'm going through it right now also.
Yeah. This is the say. I lose 20 club to bring these things and to our vision. It was very difficult, but we have a plan. We keep all members, area director and division director. Okay, this is the number. We are watching the. Remember, Khalid, we are watching the dashboard every 2 hours. If there is any new updating, if there is anything, what happened, any new club, polling area, division. So the main thing or the number that already we have it, calculation and this one. So if we divided the things smaller, okay, this area, what we can need from them, this club, what we can do. I remember during maybe from May, we start challenging and give motivation. Okay, who will be in the challenge? Remember that one, the challenge that we keep it for a club. Each club should have add 3 new member at least, and it is started. Each club join. This is until motivation. Okay, every day. Okay, this club already achieved. He bring 3 club. He 3 member. He bring new club. That area director. This club. So everything was sharing in the groups, the excom and office. Give motivation. Tell them exactly. We divided the target smaller by club, by area, by division, and we are following with them as a club. Okay, we need 3 member from you. Area, okay. If you who can bring new club, and whoever reach, give like it is not only award to encourage and okay this club achieve, this member achieve. So we keep it continuous until we achieve it. So the main thing from that one, if you have big target to achieve it, big number, if you divide it, the number, and give target for each club, for each area, you can achieve the main thing and keep motivating them. And the word you use it, nagging behind of them, nagging behind the area director, nagging behind division director with the trio, with the BQD, with CGD, involve everyone, give the people to follow with each one. It is not one man show, as I said always. It is everyone. People, if they are believing on that one, they can achieve it. So divide it into a small achievement to reach the big achievement. Back to you, Khalid.
In project management, we call it WBC, work breakdown. Now, this is a great message from our IP DD to all the area directors and the club members or individuals who are on this meeting, that motivation is very important. You motivate yourself, get motivated first, because if you're not motivated, you cannot pass on that energy to the next level. So you make sure that you have a self-motivation to achieve something, and you motivate your fellow Toastmasters, be the club members, if you're an area director, to your clubs, if you're a club president, your club members, so that everyone is motivated at all the time. What makes us active is what we are happy to do things, what we want to learn. How do we challenge ourselves to be better version of ourselves every moment? Thank you very much, DTM Yasser. Now, same thing will go to DTM Khurram, the motivation part.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean,
With Khurram, I can say the moment he enters the room, everyone gets motivated. That's a different story. But
thank you. No, and that plays a role into it. It's because I walk in a room motivated. If I have a message to get across, I know how to be able to come across it. But throughout my term, I remember there were two things that really helped us. And there, of course, there are dips. So the moment you start, you always start on a higher note. And then come August, things start dipping. And then come Christmas time, December time, things start dipping again. And then when it comes to June, everybody's like, oh, we're just going to focus on the next term anyway, right? So a couple of things that really helped me personally and my team at the point in time is I was very apt with communication in terms of the communication that's flowing from the district to a member. I did not make the division directors and the area directors' job to be just pencil pushers or pen pushers, right? So their job is not taking the message from the district and just passing it on. We can do that. The district can do that easily. Your job is to act upon the messages that are being flown upon. So I was very apt. My point was that at any point in time, if I pick up the phone and call any member of the district, they should know where we are in terms of the district values. They should know what we are working towards. They should know what the overall structure is. So one thing I was very clear about is that you're not existing in a bubble. You as a member are not just a member of that club. You're a member of that area, that division, that district, and you should know what's happening. But you may not go out and seek that information. That information should come to you. So the communication part was very, very important. Any physical event that we used to have was absolutely key. So any district council, any club officers training, that was a very good idea and a very good time. And they usually come in that point where there are dips happening anyway, right? So club officers training comes in December, right before when the dip is about to happen. So you get to motivate them. And the third most important part was, which DTM Yasser kind of brushed upon as well, is recognition. It's making sure that we are in this organization to be appreciated, to be recognized. I mean, that's an incentive that we have apart from the learning aspect of it, right? So it was very apt that we need to make sure that we are recognizing any efforts of the area directors, the club members, and the division directors as well. It's just a matter of simply looking at them and going like, we see you, we see the work you're doing, thank you. And this is where we are in terms of the district. So that's what I would have to add.
so we see you, not we see something in you.
Yeah, we see you. Something part is how we see you.
We see you. So again, we talk about the recognition, motivation, have the communication plan very clear that everyone is updated about what is happening. So everyone is aware of what is happening surrounding me and what is my role to play if I can contribute. Sometimes we don't know who can contribute, but that person or the member knows I can contribute. As long as he's updated, he might even come forward and say, look, I can contribute in certain things which can benefit the club or the area or division in the district.
A
Very
very
well
important
said.
part, DTM Hall, is which DTM Deepa said as well, a very quick thing, is the why they should contribute. You know, it's you can talk about it, but why should they be contributing is also very important for you to communicate.
Exactly. Now I'll go to DTM Ali and DTM Deepa in the alphabetical order or the reverse order. I leave it them to decide. But my question to both of you is, we always think of innovation, how you do something in a more innovative way. Either it's a tool or it's a different technique, but you have some sort of innovation in whatever you do, whatever plan you do, whatever way you want to get things implemented. So during your term as district director, what sort of challenges you found and what sort of innovation you brought to overcome those challenges? Let's hear the challenges. Maybe those are common challenges. We can also benefit from you.
PID, please.
No, please go ahead,
Now let the
Madam
fight
Deepa.
continue.
Okay. I'm not the right person to talk about innovation, I think, because I'm a very conservative person. As the boom boom boxing champion Mancini, he mentioned like, this is what I believe. The advanced is mastery of basics. So I always suggest to learn to walk before, you run. That is what me. So, I mean, my team also, we had a bunch of people, conservative people. And then the beauty of Toastmasters program, uh, we have everything written in detail. We don't have to think a lot and innovate or anything. If we go through, if we need anything to take a pen from here and then keep it here, that is there in written in our documentation. And the way it is written, in my opinion, that when we start reading a manual or a program or a guideline, it starts with take a pen and a pad so that you can take summary. That detailed documentation is there. And then our mentors are, of course, they are very thorough in what we are supposed to do. So there, I mean, I can't find any scope for innovation. This is one side. And how we implement the guided or guidelines, the documented uh, information, that is what matters. When there is a problem, this is how we have to interpret this and then implement that to fix the problem. I mean, so in our time, like 23, 24, the major challenge was fee hike one, we cannot do anything. And then risk of losing members, senior members, especially the people who built the legacy of the clubs in our district. That was because of the pathways, which that anyway we had to take some action. So what we did, as I mentioned earlier, we encouraged Smedley because the previous question actually mentioned about, I mean, I wanted to say something. We had we have 4 quarters. One is the golden quarter, where everybody is really enthusiastic, which we can tap. Okay. And second term, I used to call learning period. And third quarter is a contest period, and fourth quarter is a celebration period. This was the idea in our brain. Okay. And so the first quarter, where everybody is like really enthusiastic, we pushed them like anything, and then we wanted all the clubs to win medley. And whichever club had new members in there, we encouraged them to work on pathways. At least 4 members, okay, listen to me, at least 4 members continuously get opportunity to speak in every alternate meetings with the help of the senior Toastmasters, either as a mentor or as an evaluator. We are getting the quality, we are making these new members, because they are very interested in delivering speeches, because they are very new and they don't have any bias towards the old manuals or anything. They are just starting with pathways. So we use that, and then these 4 members, they are continuously delivering speeches till they complete level 1, level 2. That solves the problem. Whatever they mentioned, we are losing the interest of senior Toastmasters. No, they are the mentors of these champion 4 speakers in the club. So they are getting the respect. So they got retained in the club, and with their experience and wisdom. And we got 4 new ambassadors in the club, just because of that first quarter we capitalized. That is it. That is the energy we capitalized. So uh, I think that was the charm of our district in that first quarter. We had that idea, and then we retained the senior members, and we encouraged the new members to continuously deliver speeches, so that they became, that is the innovation. How we implemented, how we transcribed the ideas in the guidelines. Thank you.
I completely second that, because when I looked at our district data, in terms of how many members have completed the path and they have delivered the path or the level, is a big question mark right now. So what you just mentioned, I think it makes really sense, and it gives an answer that, okay, let's have the new members come in and give the projects, so that they are basically into the path of the pathways, and they start completing the projects and the paths, and that's how we can bring that gap down. If senior members only deliver the speeches, then they will not get the opportunity. Point, I think it's very valid point. We should take that advice and implement it as well. Now, hearing from our PID, DTMLE. The
Thank you,
innovation
Moderator Khalid.
ideas or challenges, how did you solve them with different innovation of your time?
I would take a few steps back. When I was division director, those days it was called as division governor. So this was
Yes.
back in 2012. There was a time when the district at that time was sending us a lot of emails as division and area directors, governors, that please do something. We need to get there, improve your performance. So this set of emails made me think something different. So what did we do? We advertised to all our clubs in the division that we are going to have a open day, open house, and we rented a big space in Bahrain Society of Engineers. I believe most of you have come there. I'm not sure when Deepa was area director back then in 2016. Did she come to Bahrain in Bahrain Society of Engineers or not? Okay. So we rented this whole main hall and we told every club who wants to participate in that open house to rent a small space, and this was just for them to be serious. We charged a very small amount, so they are serious. And we paid the majority of the rent, and they paid us so we can pay the which was hosting us. A few 8 to 10 clubs turned up, and they decorated their booths because we had a competition. The best booth gets an award today. So we had the open house done on the stage. We had good speakers telling the public why should they join Toastmasters. And after that, we allowed them to go to different booths, sign up membership forms if they wanted, or get information about the club to go there as a guest. That event became such a hit that most of our clubs became distinguished by end of the term. And this was a division not performing so great, but this small innovative move helped us all. So in every challenge, all terms are different, but they are similar in one thing: how to become distinguished. So we all face those challenges. It's nothing new, but let's see the opportunities within these challenges. Let's take our clubs for example, because many members of the audience today are club members, I believe, and we all are club members. How much of learnings we take back to our own club? And I always say, whether you are the international director or the international president, you are what you are in your club. How do you perform there? And that defines you. Sitting on the head table in the district doesn't defines you forever, but how you perform in your club is what you are. So when we take our own self and brand as our own self in our clubs, that makes a huge difference for the whole district. So everything starts from us and the club. District Director.
Thank you very much. I'm just imagining decorated booths in the big hall. Everyone comes with a different design, and how you look at them, which booth looks better, where I should go, which is more attractive, and why they have this design. Let me go on questions. So it's a very good idea. I think if our area directors are hearing this right now, or later on if the video is published, they can also benefit from this idea. What we did this term, when I saw there's some interest of the agenda development, so we came up with an idea of why not recognizing those clubs who come with the best agenda design. We're not talking about the club DCPs or anything. The agenda design, and we recognize them. The reason why I thought about it is, if they work on the agenda and they publish the agenda before the meeting, that means they've actually done the planning. They've already identified who are the role players. They know who are my speakers. Do I have the confirmed speakers? And then the PR person gets a lot of good time to design those agenda, and that improves the quality of the club. And that's how they can be more interactive with each other. So some similar ideas. I think every small idea is a good idea to start with. This time I'll make a small twist. Now I'll go and ask DTM Khurram and DTM Deepa. We all want to be distinguished, smartly distinguished. But it's not easy. We all discuss so much of the challenges which goes through our planning or other work gets involved. So during your term, when you become the district director, how did you ensure that the distinguished journey which you have in front of you help not only the quantity but the number of members? So it's not the numbers only, but it's a meaningful members transformation, how you change their life in real meaning. So how did you ensure that you as a district director change and transform the members' life more than focusing on the numbers in the district? My question clear?
Yeah, the question's clear.
Yes, I mean, who has to
My-
go? I mean, I was waiting for DTM Khurram.
There's silence, so I just thought
Okay, let me go.
it is
I
first.
think this members are not. I mean, members are not numbers. It is, everybody talks about that, and it has become a cliche. But in my opinion, if we are empathetic, if we are good leaders, if we are empathetic leaders, then what we see is not just numbers. In my district, when I look at the dashboard, 3,000 members. I mean, when I understand 3,000 members, I'm not looking at 3,000 members, but each individual, each member has is with the dreams, with the aspirations, and that's what we see. If we are, I mean, if we are good human beings, and we share a desire to become better versions of ourselves, our transformation journey towards excellence, and much more. This is what we see. It is not one person and one payment. No, nothing like that. I mean, over last 100 plus years, I mean, 101 years now, our goal was, I mean, our program's goal was to satisfy members' ambitions to help them achieve their goals. So why we believe in this program, that's the reason we are believing in this program. It is a proven product, and that support us in multiple ways, not just deliver a speech in front of 20-25 people. No, it is helping us to negotiate our salary with our team leaders, our managers. It is helping us to share our opinion in front of our employees. It is helping us to share passionate loving words with our partners. It is helping us to give constructive positive feedback to our kids, to our children, after uh, patiently listening to them. Okay, not like cutting. No, I know you better than you, and then I give my feedback. That was Deepa before 13 years. So this program actually helped me, and I can say it is a proven product, and that is the case with many of us. And this program is helping all the leaders, not only in the district level, but in the division level, area level, and then every year club level also. Every year we all are getting the opportunity, not as a number but as a leader. And then it is helping us to think about the key, what is that, the key result areas, such as how to get numbers, not just by boasting or something like that, but actually implementing the 6 parameters of MOT and so many other things. I mean, as our PID mentioned, the what is that? The innovative techniques, or interpreting the guidelines suggested by Toastmasters International. It is that. It is not. It is lot of learning, lot of hard work, lot of smart work, and that's why we are getting these numbers. It is not just like we are seeing members as numbers. No. I don't agree with that statement at all. Thank you very much, and back to our moderator.
The question was, how did you transform the members to be a better individuals at the workplace? Did it help them to their in the career or in their personal life? Sometimes we bring the members just for, okay, we bring members sometimes because we want the numbers of the payments. This effect. But we bring them not only to have the numbers and the payments, but how do we want them to be transformed? What contribution we as Toastmasters bringing to other person's life?
My idea of that was very, very simple. Sorry, Deepa, do you want to add something to that before we go? Okay. My idea for that
Feel
was
free.
very, very simple. Is that I want to try doing my best. That is what I'm going to try in my role as a district director. This is what I'm going to advise my team to do. This is what they're going to advise their teams to do. We're all here to try our best. It was really, really simple. And I've had a statement going on since then till now as well, is that we do what we can, but we do our best, right? So it was just a matter of, we didn't start out by saying, oh, I want to become a Smedley. I want to, get X number of clubs. This month, we're going to charter 10 clubs. Nothing of that sort. Our whole idea was we want to be the best district in the world, one of the best, right? I knew we couldn't get best because it was difficult, but what we wanted to do was make sure that we are one of the best. And I was very clear in how we're defining that as well, in terms of we are going to try our best, and eventually we will get to be that level where we want to be one of the top districts in the world. So it just really was a matter of, it was the past international president, DTM Mark from Australia. I remember he had a very interesting statement that said, "Remember the member." Right? He had the statement that was his whole campaign. That's what he promoted throughout the years as well. This is 2017, 2016. So remember the member is a very interesting statement as well. And our intentions were very genuine. We wanted all the members of our district to make sure that they are doing their best and they're getting what they get out of Toastmasters for the implementation for the real world. So the numbers and everything were more, of course, as district leaders in your internal team meetings, you have to strategize, you have to work with it. But when you come out to the district, you do not say, this is the number, this is the percentage of growth that we want. That's not how you, because that's your goals, your responsibility. It's not theirs. That's why the why becomes very important as to why should they care about the goals that you were elected to perform. So it's very important to get them on board to that level as well. And one of the ways that we achieved that during my term was that we just want to try our best. We want to do best at any level that we are at. If you're a member, you try your best to do what you can as a member. If you're an area director, if you're a district leader, we just do our best and we do what we can. And that helped us.
Thank you very much, Khurram. One thing which I've seen, which we've been following in our club, I'm not talking about the district director right now, but as a club individual, club member, we started our club with a vision that our members will be the speakers, will be the moderators, will be the panel members in the real conferences. And that's what we worked, that's how we prepared ourselves, and that's what we have achieved. And that's what I feel so proud as a member of my own club, that we're able to achieve what we have vision for. In the interest of the time, I'm not going to ask more questions, but I want to take 1 minute of each, your advice to the current district leaders, the trios, area directors, division directors, club XCOM, whatever it can be. We'll go with the lady first. Sorry, Deepa, we have to go in that way.
Just focus on members and clubs. Then you will become Smedley.
Focus on members and clubs, you become Smedley. Yasir, DTM Yasir.
Thank you, Khalid Jalal. Yes, see, the main thing for me is empowerment, the leaders, and give the right task to the right people.
Empowerment, Khurram, DTM.
Your intentions have to be genuine. And intentions here, whatever. If your intentions are pure, you overcome all the challenges and challenges will come your way. So you really gotta keep your heart and mind in the right place, and other things usually fall into place then as well.
Pure intention. DTM Ali.
I would say make real connections with your club presidents, area directors. Our connections are not so real at times. We talk to get something. Why isn't your club performing? Why isn't your area performing? So make real connections, talk to them, what's stopping them. And even if they cannot achieve, don't ignore them. Sometimes magic can happen just by connections.
Thank you very much, panelists. Now, before I start the Q&A session, I've written down few keywords. Let me remind ourselves what we have learned today. Planning, teamwork, magic happens at the club level, not to be forgotten about this. Common vision, it's not my vision, it's our vision, whatever we want to achieve. Members first, that should be our policy. Core values and respect each and everyone at all the levels. Motivate, motivation is important. Communication and the communication path, communication channel needs to be very open. Recognize for every achievement, recognize for every good work. Give the opportunity to new members so they they complete their projects first, then the senior members. That's how they can grow, and that will also be a benefit to the district. The message we received is focus on the members and the clubs, empowerment, pure intentions, and have real connections. So, dear audience, this is what you heard and learned from our leaders. Now I'll open the floor to all of you if you have any questions to ask from our leaders. Raise your virtual hand and I'll be unmuting you one by one. Raise your virtual hand. Yes, Toastmaster Sahar, you can go. Yes, you can ask. Unmute yourself.
Okay. I would
Yeah.
like to thank you so much for all these experiences. But I believe, can I have a suggestion as an area director? Can I tell a suggestion, or this is not the, I can. Okay. As an
Okay,
area
go ahead, make it short.
Okay, as an area director, I feel that there is a loose connection between me and the division and the district. I mean, and no, if we have a meeting for area directors, especially what to do to put them on the line and to put all the core today, what happened today, to apply it, to put a strategic plan for us. I know that everything can be can in the script and written, but it's not like when you sit with us and you tell us and you hear from us. Part of this, thank you so much. And this is a small suggestion, was a small suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The suggestion is valid. I think we all need to hear from at all the levels. The area directors needs to hear the clubs, clubs needs to hear the area directors, division directors to the area directors to division directors, and the change should continue to the district level as well. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sahar, for the advice. Any more questions from the audience?
We bedazzled them with our answers. They're like, no more questions.
No more questions. I have a question to all the panel members. You have walked the path, you've been the district director, you have been successful, mashallah. Now, if you're asked to become district director again,
Oof.
change you will bring. What change you will bring to the district? Who will go first?
I would take that. I would take that. I think, and this is coming off the back of COVID in particular, because I feel like the amount of damage that was done to our organization and our mentality as leaders cannot be understated, and at times we tend to overlook it. I think one of the biggest advantages of Toastmasters is the physical connections that we make in terms of getting to know people, meeting them in person, that in-person capacity, and that desire to be in a community, and I don't mean virtually, I mean be able to be a part of a community. That's very, very important. So one of the things that I would definitely focus on is more in-person connections. I'm not discrediting anything virtual, but there has to be an equal amount, if not more, focus on the physical aspect of things where people are meeting in person. They're actually seeing tangible things rather than behind the screen.
Yeah, one of the thing is which I want to ask, but I didn't ask in the interest of the time. I thought we will have more time for the Q&A. Is the impact of the training? We know we had a transition. We had a before the COVID era, then we had the COVID era, post-COVID era. So the training have changed, and every time we try to do something differently. So, do you think the trainings are important to be in person, online, or hybrid? Mood, I'll come to you in a minute after this question, as you have raised your hand. Yes, TTM Yasser.
Yes. See, maybe regarding this training, it is depend. See, it is depend on the district. Because now there is a district, if you say district contain of 20 country, different than 4 country, than 1 country. It is totally different. I know in person is the best thing to have it, but nowadays, to be honest, all of us with the busy schedule, with everything, sometimes it is depend on type of the training. Sometimes even the virtual training is the best for something to reach more quality. So, better. See, when we are talking, see, we do virtual, especially now. I'm talking about today. After COVID, it was everything should be physical. During COVID, everything become virtual. From now, we are after COVID and all that one. We use everything, even in our work today. Before every meeting should be in a person come to collect and bring all the people to one location and do the training or do the meetings with the management with whatever. Today's no. There is some meeting it should be in person, but more and some type of training it is from my side prefer to have it one-to-one or virtual. It will be better at least to reach to the best people and to engage with everyone. It is not a virtual, just attending and go. No, it is a personal one-to-one talk. See, maybe one of the things that maybe remember Khalid, we did it is, especially with the area director and division director, the people who's not attending the physical, we have another meeting virtual, specific. Even we do it in Arabic, we do it in a different, but personal, to make sure that the people they understand what we need from them.
So it depends on the situation and the individuals you have in the team and based on their level. Great. Others, you want to suggest something? Online training, in-person training, or hybrid training? Oh, I'll go with the name. DTM Ali, you go ahead.
Thank you, Didi. I second what Yasser has said. Other than the club contest or any contest and our DTEX, our conference, everything else should be online. That's how our audience is today. We wouldn't have Deepa with us today. We wouldn't have half of the audience here if it wasn't online. So see the reach, it's massive. So definitely we wouldn't have our Murli joining us from Hyderabad. So definitely Anil Kumar as well. Uh, Other than the contest and your club meeting, online is the way to go. The world has changed no matter what we say, but after COVID or during COVID onwards, the world has changed. We have to accept the reality.
We have to accept the reality. DTM Khurram?
Like I said, it's contextual. It shouldn't be to a part where, circling back to what I said earlier as well, the physical aspect of things in person and the meeting part as well has to go hand in hand. I feel like there came a point where nobody wanted to meet in person. Like COVID restrictions have lifted. Let's meet each other. So It is very contextual, but both the things in their right importance should be given the right importance. I feel like if you want to rebuild the momentum and move a bit further, and even though I'm an IT graduate, I would tend to go more towards the physical part of things, not to understate the impact of the virtual aspect of things as well. So context, depending on which do you think would work better, but not just one or the other, if that makes sense. So making sure that it's working well.
Bring a balance in that. Yes, Dr. Murli?
Yeah, can I add one thing to this point? As our PID said, I am a part of an organization. I mean, I'm part of a club which is basically hybrid now. From my term as a past president of the club, Smedley Chapter 1, we have members from almost 20 countries, different countries. And we also have an hybrid meeting locally. And now we are one of the strongest clubs. I would encourage that have both hybrid and this one, because I have left one of the prestigious club with which I started, Timer Talkers, because they don't have a online meeting. Whereas I'm very regular in Kuwait challengers as well as in other Bahrain clubs. So I would tell to encourage members, both old and bring in new, we should have a hybrid club.
Thank you very much. Do we have the certificates available?
Yes, before that, I wanted to ask one question to the panel with your permission.
Make it.
I'm sure all of you, as a director, you must have, as a past district director, you must have gone through similar situation. Now, there is a new situation, is $25 as a new membership fee, and the rise in the membership fee from 45 to 60, which has just come and suddenly there's one. So what do you think will be the impact for recruiting new members into Toastmasters?
If I have to give the answer, I think the impact will not be there. People will still come because if they're new members, they will still join with the $5 extra, because they will see a value, then only they will join. So $5 will not make an impact. What the good thing TI has done is they have not increased the membership fees, because that will be a bigger impact than on the existing members versus getting new members. That's my view.